Hey there everyone, and welcome to another video from the community tournament Improvise, Adapt and Overcome. This is the second part of the quarters, the second part of 3 of the quarterfinals. In this video we're actually going to go through 2 battles because they're a little faster. So once again, this tournament was hosted by Assassinino and Interference on the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, then you can check the description for a link to that. And big shout out to these guys because this was an incredibly complicated and difficult tournament to organise. They managed to do it though. So yeah, props to them. The rules for this tournament, I went through them in the previous video. If you want to see them in detail, then go check out that video. I mean, you should watch that video before you watch this one. The main thing is that we make the opponent's team. So we look at their monster pool and we have to make their team equaling 206 cost. So there's going to be legendaries in there. There's going to be secret skills. You've just got to try and mess them up as best as you can under those restrictions. And then obviously there's the ban list. So in this video we're going to look through the 2 battles between Lucrayzor and Alex, and also between Woodward and Taurus. So this first battle, we don't have Lucrayzor's team to look at, but we do have Alex's team. So this team was created by Lucrayzor, and it is kind of complicated. There's a lot going on in it. There seem to be a lot of legendaries, just looking at this, and I don't know exactly what Alex's monster pool was. I can't remember. I think actually I faced Alex, so maybe I should remember. But anyway, there are a lot of legendaries, and only 2 legendaries in here with secret skills turned on. So for whatever reason, Lucrayzor decided to go with legendaries in general rather than putting secret skills on things. Maybe he just didn't feel that they were good enough options. One of the main themes he definitely went with in this team is putting sleep and poison together. So if you look at the 6th to 10th slot, yeah, 6th to 10th, he's got an auto poisoner followed by Oni Blade, which is 1-on-1, followed by a toxic entrance that completely undoes the 1-on-1. In fact, he's got double 1-on-1 on the Oni Blade. Oni Blade, I would say, under this restriction is quite a risky monster to put in, because in general I'd say you want to give the smallest amount of aggression as possible, and Oni Blade can, as a standalone monster, kill a lot of things and really take control of the battle, and then Bloodthirst is not nice. But surrounding it with this poison should do a really good job. The next monster as well has Dreamy Entrance, but that's not really going to work because you've got the Toxic Entrance just before. White Titan 2 has solo Dream Hunt and Bloodgrave, so I think they're both solo. Yeah, they're both solo. So it won't be able to do those properly, and he hasn't got the retreat on it, so it's going to come in and get stuck there. He's then got Goldtail. Goldtail is an extremely scary monster, except if you just had the poison come in before. I would say, though, slightly risky because he's only got 1 toxic entrance here, and after that toxic entrance has come in, nothing more is going to be poisoned unless he's left the Omega's Dragon in. But Omega's Dragon is a fairly good sweeper, so chances are there's not going to be that poison in there, in which case Goldtail can start to take control of the battle. So it's slightly risky, but anyway, that's what we have in the middle section. At the end, he's got a bunch of kind of not very good legendaries. That's just how it is there. Terragar at the back, so it can't really make use of the rocks. Very similar to what I did in the video last week. And then at the beginning, what he's got going on is he's got Anchor Dragon in 5th, so that's going to come in and have the death sentence put on itself, just how it's going to be. And then the other 4 monsters at the front, what he's done is double team turn, so they can't use their team turn effects while they're on the field, while they're both on the field. And he's put Carapasca in the front line, so it doesn't create the beetle, and it can't do the pullback move because Regalion's on the field with Gravity Field. So the idea there is can't really do much with that front line. However, Regalion does have Seal, which is quite powerful, and if anything, if Regalion does die, then Carapasca can start doing pullback stuff. It's also the Stun Absorber. It's a little bit risky, especially because the Anku Dragon as well, while it has the self-death sentence, if Regalion dies, then the Carapasca can keep pulling it back to reset the death sentence, so it will still be able to stay alive if he wants it to stay alive that way. But anyway, obviously, by the looks of it, Lucrayzor wanted to leave Regalion on the battlefield to begin with, and chip down those team turn monsters so they die off before they get to 400-second Mega Bomb, and then is going to start coming in with the the poison and sleep messing each other up, and that's how it's going to go. So we only get to see Alex's team. We're actually going to watch the battle from Alex's side, so we'll watch this team getting used, and Lucrayzor's team you'll get to see as the battle goes on. So starting off the battle, we have, obviously it's from Alex's side, like I said, Freeze Cobra's on the other side. Now, Freeze Cobra is a powerful monster. I was very surprised to see that getting used. However, clearly that team has been built to leave Freeze Cobra alive, because what he's done straight away is push it out of play, and then he's not going to kill it for a very long time. That's a slight spoiler, but basically he's put a lot of stuff further back in the team which gets messed up by the poison on entrance. So Draggy and the Godfeather, ironically, they would have both just probably done retreat, and I guess that's where the retreat comes in, and the poison from Freeze Cobra is going to mess up the team. However, Regalian with the gravity field stopped them from doing retreat, so he ironically, well, it worked out well. For Alex, big time. He didn't put a gravity field in Lucrayzor's team, but he got given one. So Fluffydra, actually a pretty good monster here. It's going to kill off the Regalian, because that's going to mess up his Dragier and the Godfeather, which unfortunately messes up Lucrayzor's strategy a bit, because now Carapaska can get going doing the Beetle Summon. So they both have Anchor Dragon. Kind of funny to see them both do that in the 5th position. He hits the opponent's Anchor Dragon. Not really sure why, to be honest, because he's probably just going to leave that to die off. So I'm surprised to see him hit that. And yeah, he pulls back one of his team turn monsters, so now Lavaronix can do team turn. This is what I mean by Carapaska getting a little bit out of hand, because now he can team turn, and that's going to be a problem. So he does the team turn. Not the most successful team turn, I would say, because monsters were on low seconds. But anyway, now he can try and charge and attack with Change Horn. In fact, looking at the skipping, I'm wondering, did that team turn even do anything, actually? But anyway, he does the Beetle Boost, so Chain Horn's ready to go, ready to kill something. And only if he does actually kill something here, the recoil is going to kill Chain Horn, so then Carapaska can't do the Beetle Strike. So yeah, he just has to skip here and then do another Beetle Summon. He again pulls back, this time pulls back Anchor Dragon, resetting that. And then he can do the give turn to do the Beetle Boost on Chain Horn. Carapaska really showing off what it can do here very nicely. Now here it's actually a little awkward. I mean, keeping Freeze Cobra would probably be the correct choice in most cases, but he wants to leave the Freeze Cobra in there because it's going to mess up the opponent's team, as we'll see a little bit later on. It's obviously messed up this Horror Claw, and it'll mess up some other things a little bit later. Also, taking that Stun Revenge is pretty good because you can just give turn to Carapaska here. He pauses for some reason. He does a skip first. Definitely should have just done the give turn to Carapaska. He does the Reckless Attack, killing off that Horror Claw without triggering the Revenge. Very nice. Stormlock entering, getting poisoned. Very nice again. He now does the give turn to Carapaska, and this is a strange choice because, you know, he could have just had that before and then the Mechavarthan would have got a turn sooner. He then does a second Beetle Boost on Chain Horn. No idea why, because then he loses his Carapaska. He definitely could have just done, just killed that Freeze Cobra. There's not a whole lot of use for that Freeze Cobra now. And he's got set up 2 protectors and stuff. Like, it's not looking good. And considering Lavaronix has got 400-second Mega Bomb coming up, it's getting pretty close. He could maybe get the Mechavarthan Mega Bomb coming up. Like, that stuff is definitely worth investing in. And I think killing off the Freeze Cobra there would have been a smart choice. He's also got Anchor Dragon for these protectors too, which... trying to think how that would have lined up. I'm not sure. Anyway, Freeze Cobra kills off the Mechavarthan rather than the Lavaronix, so there's a definite chance here of getting the 400-second Mega Bomb. Mega's Dragon coming in, great use. This is where giving these auto poisoners, they're actually pretty good now with their true hit. That's very strong. So yeah, Mega's Dragon gets sweeping. Chain Horde can get sweeping too, killing off the Lunar Lord. Had to hit that because it was protecting, and unfortunately doesn't quite kill it off. So he kills it off there with the Anchor Dragon. Now, Freeze Cobra is still messing up the opponent's team, but he's got an auto poison anyway. So yeah, Mega Bomb lines up beautifully, hitting that Mirror Revenge too. Really, really went well for Alex here. Just everything lining up how you want it to. And sure, the sleep and poison is not working well together. However, he's got a bunch of monsters which can do good damage. So rather than doing Protect Focus here, he actually just skips. Reason being is now he can kill off the Aegis Dragon and then use those Poison Touches, because you know it can't link Poison Eater, but it can still do Poison Touch to kill off these Rockoids, and that will be a nice efficient way of getting rid of them. So Burns a lot now can't do the charge. It just has to do hit all. Dragia, similarly. Dragai, sorry. Should be Dragai, I guess, because it's Gaia. But anyway, so he does assisted hit all. White Titan gives a turn to burns a lot. Here, there we go. White Titan being bad. A lot of people do like White Titan. Well, I say a lot. Some people like White Titan. But that's an example of where it doesn't work particularly well. Anyway, giving turn to it, true hit again. Way too much aggression in Alex's team. I think, unfortunately, probably a few bad choices on Lucrayzor's part. Some great concept in there, but in terms of actually, you can see how it did come together. There was actual proper synergy in Alex's team, which didn't work out well for Lucrayzor. So Alex won this battle, and Lucrayzor was out. That's this first battle of this video. So as I just said, Lucrayzor was unfortunately out of the tournament, and Alex was through to the next round. And for the next battle, it is Taurus versus Woodward. We're going to look at Taurus's team first. So Taurus was one of the people in this tournament who had a tiny collection. The guy I faced in the first round, the first video, had a smaller one, but Taurus was the smallest otherwise, and it was very problematic. You can see at the bottom there are a couple of first form mythics, which is why the rule was changed, so that you could allow first form mythics. But Woodward didn't go for any. He just gave him legendaries. There are 2 super epics in here, no 3, and other than that it's all legendaries apart from 1 mythic that's second form. The problem was legendaries that had their secret skill unlocked, it was just really hard to hit the 206 cost. So what you see is a lot of pretty damn good legendaries, but that's all that was evolved. So hard to really mess him up, hard to really mess Taurus up at all here, and I'm not really going to break down this team completely, because if you look at it, there's basically a mixture of sleep and poison throughout, kind of paired together. There's a little bit of kind of anti-synergy stuff in that Rocolossus, which is kind of a raw monster, is next to a protector, as well as Blazebones is next to that protector too, and it's kind of a raw monster. Other than that, it's really hard to say. Terragar is in the front line, so it's at this time it had the entrance, the twin summon entrance, so it didn't summon any Rockoids by being in the front line. Ahuazard's there, but doesn't really have anything that good to throw. You'd have to throw the Walker. Bane Dragon as well is in the front line, so it doesn't have its entrance. And other than that, it's just kind of you had to throw in what was there. So it was really tricky to build this team, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. We will be watching this battle from Taurus's side, so we're going to see this team being used. For Woodward's team, Taurus had a lot more choice, and what he put together is, I don't know, it's a little hard to break down. There are some interesting choices there, like in the front line, there is the Elephantom, I think it's called. Now that has to throw things, and there's like basically nothing in the team which creates anything to throw, so it does get kills. It's stun immune and it's got catapult. It's also interestingly got send back next, so it can kind of line up like what you want to throw and then what you want coming into the battle, which I think is very interesting for this kind of special rule. But yeah, have to see how that plays out. The Polarian is in the front line. It also has the Link secret skill on, but there's no other water around, so you can step back and then get a Dreamy Entrance, but there's a bit of poison there too in the Bane Dragon. And then looking back, it's generally slow stuff. That seemed to be what Woodward picked, is he picked stuff that... sorry, not Woodward. That's what Taurus picked for Woodward. Slow stuff that won't really get to do much when it comes in, but may be good in the long run. However, I'd say that isn't really the smartest choice for building a team where everything's going to be slow, because something like Doom Engine is really problematic if you can't kill it quickly, and if you don't have the offensive capability, then Doom Engine is going to be a big problem. Similar-ish with Gear Torrent. Gear Torrent, I don't know, it really depends. But Bunker Beast can be a big problem there, and you get the general idea. So this match will be very interesting to see. Both of them have they have a bit of potential in their teams, but at the same time the teams aren't good and they don't have great synergy. So anyway, let's start off the battle watching it from Taurus's side. So at the beginning here, Nox Dragon, all it can really do is accelerate, so he accelerates up at the beginning. Ahuazard gets a kill right off the bat with Counter Strike. Yeah, that is a problem with putting Ahuazard, even if it doesn't have anything to throw. If there's any water, it can Counter-Strike. So Terragar doesn't have anything to throw, so he just kind of skips with that. Torizu can't hit anything. Bane Dragon, While it seems like a good choice, Fast Strike is very, very good. And the fact that his Bane Dragon went faster than the opponent's, that was very nice for Taurus here at the beginning. So Chrono Titan, what it does is Bomb Curse on Torozu. Pretty smart choice, because Torozu kind of can just stick around. You can leave it there. And it's not going to do it's in the zone for a long time. So he does the Sacrifice Reanimate, makes a Bane Dragon. And at this point, Taurus goes straight in with a Blood Crave. Oh my god, I don't know why. Like, he had an opportunity there for Tyrannical Summon. That would have been ideal for setting up the Terragar, and also then he could, you know, maybe even do some more raw throw with Ozard. But yeah, he goes for the Blood Crave. Oh, even killing that Chronoceros, not important at all. Sorry, not Chronoceros, Chrono Titan. Didn't need to do that. Anyway, he gets sweeping, going through the enemy team, and then he makes another massive mistake here with Survivor. Gets a turn with Torozu. He could have done Shield Breaker on Doom Engine. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm losing it here, because that Doom Engine is going to be a huge issue, and he had the perfect counter in Shield Breaker, but he lost it by doing the Survivor on Doom Engine. Anyway, from here, you know, I'm going to calm down again. You can get a bit of control. There's slow stuff in the enemy team, so Taurus has more opportunity to sweep through. The Stun Flash from Woodward's side, very good for getting some control. He does the Stealth Teammates. Now Doom Engine's going to have Twin Bomb when it gets a turn, which is excellent. Walker's also passing some time. He just does a skip there. He knows he wants to take down the Pumpkin. He goes for a 100-second bomb rather than the Twin Bomb. Slightly surprised by that. Maybe it was accelerated, so it hadn't actually passed enough time. I'm not sure. But otherwise, it would have been good to, say, take down the Terragar, which is going to have the double Survivor soon. Taurus made the same mistake again of using Survivor on the Doom Engine. He could have easily done Shield Breaker, and in fact, he could have done Slayer Break on Nox Dragon there, and got a kill on Torozu, but he doesn't. I'm not entirely sure why. I think he doesn't realise what the moveset of Torozu is. Anyway, gets sweeping with some more monsters. As you can see, the team is definitely coming together with some offensive capability. Gets a kill on Polarian, so Polarian's got Blood Crave charged. Very nice there. And he does the raw Overwatch when he can't be hit by the Doom Engine, unless, he does Ultra Blaze, but he's not going to do that. So Rockolosis is set up very nicely. There's not a whole lot which Woodward can do. He's just passing time with the Doom Engine. Doom Engine, it's doing its job, but it's slow, for sure. And Blood Crave is a lot faster. So he gets rid of the Scorpionics, just, getting a kill there when he can. Knight Rider's going to be getting Survivor pretty soon, which is going to be a problem. Gear Tyrant, it's not gonna pass for a little bit of time, but it does actually get a kill right after on. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. That water monster that came in. But anyway, Polarian. Which unfortunately, I think if he just skipped, then Blood Fury would have been charged on Gear Tyrant. But yeah, some fast sweeping going on there. Didn't really follow that with some commentary, but yeah, as you can see, charging up, killing off these things. It's really going well for Taurus. The Gear Tyrant unfortunately can't kill off something more impactful because there was the Protect going on, so he just had to kill the thing on hold ground. Maybe he could have skipped. I can't remember now. Venus can't do a whole lot. He just hits a Bloodbath, which is grabs a kill, gets rid of Rockoloss's shield and Overwatch too. But Piercing Mortar killing the Gear Tyrant is going to be pretty punishing. And Rockoloss's what's it called? Raw Blood Fury. But yeah, Knight Rider's got Desperate All now. It's pretty much game over. There's nothing Woodward can do to pull it back. But yeah, fun battle. Some very interesting teams, and unfortunate for Woodward. Like, Taurus had a very small collection. It was hard to build a team for it. And oh yeah, just suicides there, losing the battle. Anyway, fun battle, great teams, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is the second video of the quarterfinals. There will be a third one coming out with the final battle. So that's Taurus winning, and Woodward is out.